Hello, hello, hello to all of my virtuous Virgos. Welcome back to Miserable Millennials. It is your girl, Miss Millie, your favorite tarot reader from the city. Virgo, it has been so long since I have posted. I hope you guys are all doing well. Happy New Year, happy new everything. A little update about me. I have been going through quite a few losses. And the one that has definitely hit the hardest for me was losing my grandmother. It has been a huge journey of grief. Very high, very low. The lows are very low. The highs feel like, we're going to make it through day by day. But very recently, my grandmother did come to me in a dream. And it has light the spark that all my friends and family around me have been trying to push towards me to keep up my YouTube channel, to keep posting, to continue to tap into my gift, to not let all the woes of life prevent me from, excelling in this. And in my dream, I'm not going to get into all the nitty gritty and all the little details because it can go on for a minute, but she just asked me one simple question. She said, "What are you afraid of?" And I chose that as the message for today's theme. We're going to be looking at what your fears are trying to tell you. I have not been as strong as I want to be, but I'm trying to motivate myself and get back into how I was in terms of my strength, in terms of how I handle conflict, and in terms of how I tapped into my gift. So for those of you who have been wondering where I have been in hermit mode, in the thick of it. When it rains, it pours, and it's just been a challenge getting myself out. But I'm gonna use that message, that little question that my grandmother asked me in my dream, may she rest in peace, as the motivating factor to continue to do this and to not let my gift go unnoticed. So I'm going to continue to bring you guys messages. Thank you for being patient with me. And let's get right into it. Before we do, I definitely want to thank you for being here. Thank you for your continued love and support to the channel. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. Do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. It is a huge and helpful free way to help the channel grow and to get this message out for anyone that needs to hear it. Today's messages are for my Virgo Sun, Moon, Venus, and or Rising placements. For cross watchers, you are always welcome. We're going to tap in to your mind and see what are your fears trying to tell you. This reading may or may not resonate with you, Virgo, whether you're single, in a relationship, in a situationship, in separation from your person, divorced, grieving, in solitude. Wherever you may be, the energy can be reversed. And please understand that time is fluid. This may not resonate with you now. It may not resonate with you in your present moment, but maybe your past self or your future self. So take what applies to you and leave whatever does not. We're going to see what comes out and what messages want to show itself for you. I'm going to start off with the Moonology deck. Go into your angels and ancestors. Go into your angels specifically, and then do the tarot. So show me clearly, Spirit, what are Virgo's fears trying to tell the Virgo? Your fears are trying to tell you to expect powerful change. I do have a new setup. I'm still trying to get used to it. I downsized my entire life. And in the process, I am not sure of the camera placement, of my card placement. Everything is still so new. So just bear with me as I adjust myself to everything. Right now, what I'm seeing is that there are powerful changes, and your fears are preventing you from tapping into this change that is coming towards you. The more that you stop yourself from elevating and from changing, the more that your fears come about. It's like your fears are saying to you that you're not ready, but Spirit is pushing you and saying to you that you are. So there's a very conflicting energy with what your mind is saying and what your heart is saying and what Spirit around you is saying. And your fears are not letting this powerful change come to you. Your fears are not letting your dreams really turn into reality. Your fears are preventing you from being prepared into stepping into something new. And what your fears are trying to tell you is that it's time to make the move. Even though you are afraid, it's like your energy is telling you, forget about the past. It's time to make a move. Heal from what you haven't healed from, because everything has been happening to you for its highest good. So it's like this energy of powerful change is surrounding you, and you're the only one that's stopping yourself because you're letting your fears control your mind, control your actions, control your next steps, control your planning, control everything. Your fears are preventing this new change that's happening to you happen. But regardless whether you're ready or not, it's meant to. I'm going to tap into what the angels want to say to you, but I do see here this full moon in Capricorn card, and it says here the end of a tough cycle approaches. So you may have felt like you have been just in this energy of just chaos surrounding you, but spirit wants you to know that this tough cycle that you have been in is closing out. Your effort is now really being required for you to move forward. Spirit really wants you to stop fearing the worst and just live your life. It's time to face reality, make a plan for yourself, and know that if you want to live a happy life, you gotta put that work in. So let's tap into what your angels want to say to you. I'm just gonna see, what are your fears trying to tell you? Time to create. It's time to create. Spirit is telling you this. You have been feeling this. You know this. It's time to create, and your fears are not allowing you to tap into your creativity, into your creative energy, because you're like focused on one thing. You're focused on the negative, and all you have is this light above you asking you to shine. It's time to shine. It's time for you to see yourself as someone who's here to make a grand move, someone who's here to make a difference. What are your fears trying to tell you, Virgo? I see Archia Freedom. Enliven your senses. It's time to tap into your 5 senses. Your sense of smell, your sense of touch, your hearing, your sight. I feel like I'm missing one, but all your 5 senses, it's time to tap into that. Because what spirit is trying to tell you is that it's going to set you free. Tap into the hobbies. Go outside. Go eat something new. Go try on something new. Go and explore, travel, sightsee, and tap into that energy of exploring your hobbies, because that is going to start to set you free. And I see that for you. I see that the more you start to do different things and you stay away from the bad habits and the patterns that you have been, the mundane patterns that you have been doing, go to work, go home, go to work, go home, all this stuff that has been repetitive. Once you start taking the time to do something new, you're going to start to get creative insight that spirit is going to start sending your way, and that's going to start helping you tap into this change that's meant to happen to you, and tap into your creativity, tap into being able to free yourself from all the madness and all the chaos, and really start seeing yourself as a powerful force, because that is exactly how spirit sees you. You may have been feeling like just stuck in a rut, and spirit is saying to you that your energy has been so low that you're not letting this beautiful change come to you and gravitate towards you, because you're blocking it. So it's like you have a wall up. Maybe some of you guys need to tap into your spirituality a little bit more. Maybe you might need to pray if you are a believer, if you do like to pray to spirit. Others of you may need to speak to your friends and families. Have that awakening with them and let them know, hey, this is what I have been going through. How can you support me? This is what I need, and this is what support looks like for me. Understand that your behavior does start to become a language. And what are you telling yourself with your behavior? What is it that you're trying to convey to yourself? But Spirit is saying no matter what you do, this change is going to come towards you. So you might as well embrace it and be the best version of you as it comes. I'm going to ask Spirit 5 questions. And let's see what comes out for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe if this resonates with you. And that'll be a great way to help the channel. Okay, so Spirit, show me very clearly, why is the Virgo afraid? Why is the Virgo afraid? I see the Two of Cups in reverse. You're afraid that you're not going to be happy with who you are. You're afraid of being in balance. You're afraid that you may be turning into someone that's a yes person, someone who doesn't have boundaries. You're afraid that you are putting others first before you. So your cup is empty right now. You're drained. You are imbalanced. You're afraid of putting up boundaries to start to be more balanced. You're afraid of letting people down. You're afraid that those that rely on you are needing you, and you're afraid of letting them down. But in that process, you're emptying your cup. Your cup is empty. You have nothing to give. I'm not a big reader on reversal energy, but I feel like it's important for today's reading because we are talking about fears, and the Two of Cups is a very beautiful energy. A lot of you guys may be afraid of love. You may be afraid of receiving love. You may be afraid that love is going to come to you. There's so many fears revolving around love. It could be loved ones. It could be loving your place of work, loving your business, loving people, loving what you do, what you put out. You're afraid that people are not going to accept you for who you are. People are not going to see the love that you pour naturally into your creativity, the love that you pour naturally onto others. And you're afraid of being used. You're afraid that you also have these boundaries that have not been, put up the right way. You're afraid that these boundaries that you do start to put up are going to create an imbalance in your life. There is power in saying no, Virgo, for those of you who feel that. There is power in saying no, and tap into that energy, because no is such a powerful word. So how is this fear holding Virgo back? The Hierophant is hiding. It's holding you back because you can be so much stronger. The Hierophant is a very traditional leader. Think of a priest, think of a teacher, think of a professor, think of someone who is just, high and mighty. It's holding you back because you're not able to learn the lessons that are meant to come to you. And it's also holding you back from also teaching lessons to others. You may be afraid of going back to school. You may be afraid of starting a new relationship. You may be afraid of leaving your current partnership. Whatever it is that you're afraid of, it's preventing you from soaring and achieving your highest version of yourself. It's like you're afraid to leave what's already been comfortable for you. And Spirit is urging you to go on and to move on into something new. Because whether you like it or not, it's gonna happen. So it's like, when are you gonna make that step? What can Virgo do to confront their fear? What can Virgo do to confront this fear? The Page of Wands wanted to come out, but it didn't. The Chariot, it's time to get up and go. The Chariot is on this motorcycle. It's big Cancer energy. And the Chariot is just saying it's time to embark on this new journey. So if you're thinking about a career change, if you're thinking about, maybe slowing down on a new relationship, or maybe you entered a new relationship too fast, you might want to go back. If you feel like you want to move, if you, whatever it is, on Spirit is saying, get on this horse, get on this bike, get on and move on. Like, go for your dreams, make a plan for yourself, do it, embark on this new journey, continue to build this confidence and build this momentum in life that you have right now, because it's meant for you to. You do have a lot of major arcana that are showing themselves. I do just want to point out this Taurian energy and this Cancer energy. You also have the moon here. When I look at the moon with this reading, I feel like the moon is really saying that there's a lot of things that are hidden, a lot of things that you don't know. There could be people that are not being truthful. There could be situations where you don't really see what's behind the scenes. And because you're not allowing yourself to see what's behind the scenes, it's like you're creating a false reality. So Spirit is saying here, like, hey, take the mask off. Take the mask off of that person. Really see clearly. The light is going to shine eventually. And when it does, are you ready to make a move for yourself? Your fears are preventing you from tapping into something new, embarking onto something new, and you're meant for greatness. You're meant to be a teacher. You're meant to educate. You're meant to teach someone a valuable lesson. You're here to learn a valuable lesson from a situation. There's something here where you're meant to stand strong, stand firm, and true to your convictions, because you know in your gut what's meant for you, what's right for you, but your fears are preventing you to do that, from doing that. Moon card here, also Piscean energy. I definitely want to point that out. Let's take a look at what you can do to release this. So what can Virgo do to release this fear? Ace of Pentacles. You might need to get your money in order with the Ace of Pentacles coming up. You may be feeling that in order for you to release this fear, you need to be able to be stable on your own. And with the Magician here, Spirit is saying that there are many gifts coming your way, and you need to start embracing this change. Create a plan for yourself, create a budget for yourself, stick to that budget, hold tightly to your finances, start to become financially stable for yourself. A lot of you guys may be thinking about leaving a current job, a current place of business, and that's something that's very scary. You may be feeling like you may be wanting to move to a different part of the world, a different state, in order to pursue something. So Spirit is asking you, hey, make a plan for yourself. Don't just leave willy-nilly. Make sure that you have something to fall back on, your finances in order to get the gifts that are coming towards you, because you don't want to have nothing and then move on and have also more of nothing. So Spirit is saying, like, get your finances in order, make sure that you are able to be financially independent, financially stable as you make a plan to embark on this journey, and take time. I just want to emphasize that you have this Archangel Jophiel that said, take time to create, take the time, take your time, but don't push this to the side. Lastly, I just want to take a look at what is your next step forward. What is Virgo's next step forward? Seven of Swords. You have to make a plan for yourself and be patient. You have double sevens coming out with the Seven of Swords and Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Swords really just talks about strategy. It talks about being strategic, being able to say to yourself, am I keeping this information from my boss, my coworker, my partner because I'm being deceptive? Or am I keeping this information to myself because I don't want any negative energy entering what I have planned for myself? So Spirit is saying, make a plan for yourself. Be ready for war. Be ready for an attack that's coming from the left. By making a plan for yourself, anything that comes from the left and right, you'll be able to be prepared for that. And also start to plant seeds and be patient to watch them grow. This will start to help you feel much more balanced, because you have been feeling very imbalanced, Virgo. So that's the energy that I have here for you today. Your fears are definitely holding you back from tapping into a creative energy. A lot of you guys are eager and desperate for a change. You may be wanting to go back to school, changing your where you live, moving, going to a new apartment, changing your place of business, where you work. You may be wanting to move on from a relationship, move on from a partner. Maybe you feel like you need to release an old person that's in your orbit so that you can start and embark a new journey. Whatever it is that you have that's been holding you back, there's a lesson that needs to be learned there, and people want to hear from you. People want to hear your story. Be careful who you talk to about your plans, and make a plan for yourself, because this change that's coming towards you is going to come towards you whether you like it or not. So I'm going to take a card from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. Like I said, I'm still getting very used to this setup. So just bear with me. I downsize, so I will have to figure out how to, make use of all the space, of the smaller space. But if this resonates, if you are claiming this energy, go ahead and like this video now to support the channel. Let's see, what is the advice from Spirit here? What is the advice from Spirit? Spirit, what do you advise to Virgo as they navigate on releasing and confronting this fear that has been holding them back? What is the advice for Virgo? Three cards are coming out. Woo! A lot to say. Bottom of the deck energy, the Hermit. You've been quiet. You've been centering yourself. You've been in your cave. You've been alone. You've been thinking about, staying in this energy of silence. And Spirit is saying, maybe it's time for you to wake up. Maybe it's time for you to get out. You do have Wise One. Lots of advice from Spirit. It says, grow within your current situation. Start to become wise. You see this owl here, very intuitive creature, and a crow. The crow is holding a black obsidian in its mouth, and the owl has a moon over its head. So it just really talks about being wise, being intuitive, paying attention. I'm seeing Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. Get out of your brain and tap into your heart. I'm also seeing Mirror Guardian, time to reflect. Take a look in the mirror. Who do you want to be? Are you speaking to yourself highly? Are you seeing yourself as powerful? All of this energy is a lot of female energy, a lot of women energy. You could have long brown hair. You could like the color blue. You could be thinking about dyeing your hair, changing the way that you look. But Spirit is really advising you, tap into your emotions, connect with that, start to grow within your current situation so that you can start to learn and elevate and grow. And more importantly, reflect. Reflection is key. Don't stay in this energy of silence. Speak what you want. The universe is listening. I am going to pick some affirmations cards for you as you navigate this powerful change. And I do congratulate you, Virgo, for those of you who have been taking the steps on working on this. This is confirmation that you're doing the right thing. For those of you who are still working in the growing process and trying, take this as a sign to do the work. What is an affirmation that Virgo should practice in the process? Give me it. Whoa, these are very stuck together. What is an affirmation for Virgo? Letting go. Number 2. Now it's the time to let go of the things that no longer serve me. Release yourself. Some of you guys may be wanting to take a trip to the beach, go for a swim. Maybe you want to be in water. Time for a nice soaking hot bath. Release yourself. Let things go. Really let things go. Give me one more card. What is a good affirmation for Virgo? Whatever no longer serves me, I'm letting go of it. And lastly, I see number 33, being loud and powerful. Some of you guys may be 33 years old or turning 33. The number 3 could be important for you all, or 6, the number 6 or the number 2. But 3 is all about being in a community, being in a creative space, how you communicate with others. The number 6 is all about harmony, growing, expanding. And of course, the number 2 is all about balance. So I see here, I'm maintaining my standards and ideals, and I'm proudly and loudly. I am maintaining my standards and ideals, and I'm proudly loud and powerful about them. Being loud and proud. So don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid to use your voice. Don't be afraid to say, this is what I want, this is what I need. And embrace yourself. Embrace who you truly are. Show the world who you truly are. Spirit is encouraging you and letting you know that this change is meant to happen whether you like it or not. So instead of fighting it, just embrace it. Virgo, these are the messages that I have for you today. Definitely give me some lovely comments in the comment section. Let me know what you have been up to. What kind of readings do you want to hear from me? And thank you so much for your patience. And of course, I cannot close this reading out without thanking my grandmother for all the lovely memories, and also thanking her for still communicating with me through my dreams to encourage me to continue this work and tap into this gift. Thank you so much, Virgo. I am Miss Millie, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, Virgo. Good luck.